there is always try.
Hello there, and welcome back to FoolCraft with me, Tryonus. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well and good. I'm doing fairly well this morning. So, today's episode will be if you haven't guessed it with the title, a fast build episode. Yes, I'm going to start construction of the Asian tower in my new area. I very much doubt I'm going to be able to finish it because it's a fairly large build. Plus, I also will be using a new, I say it's new to me, a mod which will allow me to record, because this is still a single player world, bear that in mind, and this records you as you are doing your work, but once you're done, you can have a third-person perspective like this, but much more free build. It's not just set directly on my character. You'll be able to see what I mean. It's basically a camera mod which will allow me to use it. I've never used it before, so I'm hoping everything will turn out alright. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me if I don't get things quite right. It's the first time I've properly used it. I tried using it the other day on TV, but that didn't work out too well. So touch wood, this will work. So if not, you'll probably just see me saying it didn't work. Wah. Exactly. So hopefully right now I'm going to cut over to the brand new fast build clip, which I'm about to record, but yeah, it makes sense. And then I'll bring you back as soon as I'm finished. So enjoy. goes according to plan, that should have worked. Touch wood. After doing everything, it's to work okay. But we'll see how it actually turns out on the video itself, because obviously I have no idea until it actually loads up. Oh, you know, this place for raining. You know, just bear with me. Clear. There we go. You know, this this world does nothing but rain. I really want to get rid of the rain. Oh well, but I think there's something in draconic evolution that can sort that out, but that's a long way off. Anyway, the build. Yes, here we go. Coming along. You may see a couple of times in the flyby recording that a few times I stopped and had to reorganize things and redo things, and just to try and see how it looks, because quite frankly I'm still trying to go and sort things out a little bit at a time, and you know, I can do that. It's basically a little bit of off-camera work which you can watch me do, sort of thing. It's a little bit on the strange side. Oh, missed a stair that I made a mistake on, and yes, I did keep all of my mistakes in there, because you know, only human. You know, if you don't make mistakes, then what's point? But yeah, it's getting there. It looks a little bit Asian. Seeing these now, I kind of wish I had a bit more room on some of the sides to make them a little bit longer. I think that would have looked better, but they're decent enough for now. I'm happy enough with them. I may alter these roofs anyway and use chisel and bits to try and make them a bit smoother without using stairs. A bit like the roof on my greenhouse area. So hopefully that will work. And then hopefully on these bits I'll have these like fancy bits attached to it. You know, the nice curvature. Maybe we'll see. I don't know if I'll mess around too much, but you know, I'm a chisel and bitch amateur, so yeah, I just want to get the build in place, and we will go from there. So yeah, this is obviously the first floor. This will be the second floor, and then it will actually come in, as you can see here. I'll put some fences here, I think, so we can still walk now, see outside, and then we will be able to get to place from these areas. But one thing, this is one thing. Now, I originally stated that what we're going to do is make walkway tunnels to the inside of these mountains, and then have different things going off inside there. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that now, because FoolCraft has suicidal slimes in the background. FoolCraft has now updated. Yay. There's still some bugs and issues to go through, but what comes with this update is, if I remember the name of them, here we go, the viaducts. If you've never seen these before, these are very cool things. You see, we've got all the leadstone flux pipes now, and all the transport issues, and even power supplies. Actually, they might have been in before, but we have definitely got these in now for transmitting power, transmitting items, and these larger ones, if you don't know what these guys are, these are for transporting players. So I can enter one of these and get transported into one of these conduits to wherever I want to be, and I think that is going to be really cool. Hopefully if we can get to it. It shouldn't be too hard to make some of these. It's just a case of making the viaduct stuff, which is bronze and fused quartz, which shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, just a load of nether quartz. And then what's this? I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that first name. Well, I might try. Zephyrin Areothum. Where do these mod makers get these names from? Really? but that's just erathium dust, which is sand, salt, pepper, blizz powder, and redstone. Okay, yeah, we should be able to make this, I think, I hope. Blizz rod, blizz powder, chisel sand, yeah, that's not too bad. We can easily make sand. More ways than one. Because I think there's there's this for starters with crops, sand chickens. So yeah, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's just probably getting the blizz powder from blizz rods, but again, that's mystical essence. There is that, the chickens, which I have yet to really look into. Blizz seeds, blizz chunk tier 3. Okay, so I'd need to kill a few blizzards, but they're probably in a snow biome of some sort, which I've got just over there. Anyway, I'm kind of waffling because I got excited when the new release came out and I was building this. So yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. So I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. And obviously, if you've got any comments, suggestions, or ideas for the build, or anything on those sort of lines, or if you just want to say hi, feel free to put that down in the comment section below. But regardless, thank you very much for joining me. And remember, do or do not, there is always try. Bye.